salutations, everyone. It is now November. I can't believe we're already on the 11th month of the year, and we are already on the 5th month of the baddest radio in town. As you guys can probably observe, I am by myself. That's why you're only hearing one voice. Voice. I'm alone today because Princess and Miss K was over yesterday. We shot our Halloween costume and we did Inside Out. Obviously, I was anxiety. Miss K was embarrassment. My sister was joy. Ezekiel was sadness. Cleo was disgust. Bubba was fear. And Tofi was anger. And then little Aulele, who's still in Princess's stomach, was envy. Yeah. I also feel like I need to stop doing all these tongue clacks. Um, I saw it a lot on my video with my boyfriend, and I feel like I do a tongue clack every time I don't know what else to say. It's kind of like my brain's period. And I was about to do one again. But today I really just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about me, period, and how the last couple of months have been. So with that being said, cue in the intro. Yeah. Bretman to Earth, Earth to Bretman. Girl, you already know who it is. All right, and we're back. Before we get started on what I really want to talk about, I want to read you guys the tea of the day. I will be reading my diary entry from 1/30th of the 24th year. That's January 30th of the 24th year. What the I can't think right now. January 30th, 2024. I don't know why my brain is like the 24th year. Who the is the 24th year? I also want to know what was going on the 24th year of the earth. I feel like parasites. It's just like parasites and water, right? I don't know. I feel like the first like couple thousand years of earth, she was just like filled with water and parasites, and then like all those parasites turn into like animals and things of that nature. Girl, what am I talking about? Okay, let me read my journal entry. January 30th, 2024. My toenail came off. Now, I'm not sure if you heard the recent 411, but my freaking toes that had a cooler fall on it last Thanksgiving had finally fallen off. Not to be dramatic, but why do I feel like it's marking a new routine for me? I fell off a bit on my morning gyal era, which is my morning routine, but I'm super happy to announce that a is back on my morning shenanigans. I also framed my toes like how it should because it's true art. An art piece, if you will. Anyways, I'm gonna go take pictures of it now. So I'm not sure if you guys saw that picture of me like earlier this year of like my toenail that came off and I was auctioning it out for $1 million. Well, I'm happy to announce that I actually found a buyer for it in my dreams. Just kidding. It's still very much out there. So if you guys are looking for a cheap art to put on your wall, it is going out for sale for a low price of $1 million. I am willing to go down on it. I will flash a picture right here. And if you guys want it, just comment mine in the comment section down below, and I'll have my team reach out to you. So yeah, I was actually looking for a journal entry that I had when I was talking about gratitude. But I couldn't find it. I think it was probably on my older journals, but I really feel like I did it on this one. Hopefully I find it when I have an episode with Miss K and I almost said Miss K and Kiefer, like Miss K and Kiefer ain't the same person. Miss K and Princess. Because the theme for this month is gratitude, practicing thankfulness, practicing just being grateful. That is what I want to practice on. And obviously, I want you guys to practice it as well, but also keep in mind the fact that this should always be practiced, not just for Thanksgiving because it's for the month. So yeah, there's nothing that makes me cry and emotional more, then whenever I get the time to like sit back and relax and really just think about everything that I have accomplished, everything that I have done, everything that I can still do, honestly, because um the fact that somebody told me the other day where it was like when my mind switched from working out, like you know when you're working out and your mind switches to ugh, I have to do this, switch it to I get to do this. Sometimes when I'm mid working out, sometimes mid run, actually, even, I'm like, ugh, why did I choose to run today? Like, why do I have to do this? I don't have to do this. But the fact that I'm in my mid 20s and I'm running is a privilege. The fact that I can run is a privilege. I'm not just talking like, ugh, there's people out there with no legs, you know? I'm just grateful for the fact that my brain chooses to be healthy. Like my brain is like, Brett, let's go for a run today. You know, I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful, yes, for the ability to run, but also just the fact that my natural instinct is always to choose health, to choose healthy choices. You know what I mean? Um, so there's that. But speaking of gratefulness, I really want to take some time to thank you guys for all of the love on October. I mean, you do truly get what you put out there, and I put out some of my best work yet. Like, girl, every day, not every day, but like every podcast day, my family, my sister and I, and Cleo and Miss K are dressing up for y'all. Even my mans, you guys got to like meet him a little bit, and it was truly so fun reading some of your spooky ooky stories. I also am so glad that I'm getting a break from those because girl, I swear to God, I was starting to get nightmares. Um, we also was I feel like I downplayed it a little bit, but I'm truly so grateful for this. This is my second one in my entire career. Bretman's regular YouTube channel had one before, like before the plaques even looked like this. Like, remember when they were in like a glass case? That's what my plaque looked like, girl. Like, I got my first 100K when it didn't even look like this. So I just want to say thank you so much. And obviously, I already said this in the video, but I truly would not have done this without Miss K, Princess, Ezekiel, Cleo, my man, everyone that has been on the podcast. Without them, I truly would not have achieved this. So thank you guys. Thank you to YouTube, honestly, for the platform that I've called my home since I was 16. Even though sometimes I do feel like I cheat on YouTube, sometimes I do find a new home. Um, because you guys know more than me that I truly haven't made a YouTube video for like a good year and a half until my hair video that I just posted. I'm also just like very impressed by how fast the Baddest Radio have grown, um, and continue to grow. You know what I mean? And just the fact that I get to bring in my sister here, and in a way we get to bond. I get to bond with my cousin Miss K, and in a way I literally genuinely look forward to like filming for the pod, and I hope that never changes. So yeah, y'all, that's my 5 month check-in on the Baddest Radio. We killing it. Like, who doing it like us? Nobody. Okay. um so yeah, like I said again, thank you so much for the support, thank you so much for all the love, and I can't wait for y'all to see more shenanigans this holiday season because girl, y'all thought Halloween specials were cute. Girl, we're not even in our Thanksgiving episode yet, girl, and you know Filipinos during Burr months, like, y'all thought our decorations was cute. No, girl, no, y'all ain't even ready. This video is sponsored by Caraway. Thank you so much, Caraway, for sponsoring today's video. Now, even though it may not feel like it in Hawaii, the holiday season is most definitely in full swing in this household. My trees are up, my stockings are stuffed, and my nose is nipped by Jack Frost. Yeah. And most importantly, my Caraway pans are ready to be used heavily, especially this Thanksgiving. As y'all know, I will not shut up about it. I am the designated Thanksgiving household for my family every year, starting now. And I'm just so excited for Not me, obviously. My assistant, Kat, to start cooking. I'm sure she's excited as well. So if you're looking to upgrade your kitchen like I did, because as y'all know, Kat made me, let me introduce you to Caraway. Their cookware is not only stylish, but a total game changer. Caraway's cookware set comes with a saute pan, fry pan, Dutch oven, and a saucepan, plus lids for all of them. A canvas lid holder, and a magnet pan rack for storage. It's the ultimate kitchen setup and will save you $150 versus buying the items individually. Say goodbye to chemicals with Caraway. Caraway Home's non-toxic kitchenware features a chemical-free ceramic coating, so food can be prepared with peace of mind that no hard-to-pronounce chemicals will leach into your healthy ingredients. The holidays are closer than ever, so get their gift or yours in time. Visit carawayhome.com/thebaddest to take advantage of this limited-time offer for up to 20% off your next purchase. Again, that's carawayhome.com/thebaddest to get new kitchenware before the holidays. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. All right, you guys, welcome back. Since I left off on decoration, I would just like to say thank you so much to the Queen Assistant Kat for decorating my set again today for the fall Thanksgiving vibes. Do you smell that? Let's see what Miss Kat is baking. This is the segment that we call Kat's Tasty Treats. Kat, what did you bake for us today? Also, you guys will meet Kat in December. We had to plug it in, not plug it in, but we had to put it in her schedule because she wasn't ready. I was like, Kat, you want to do an episode tomorrow? And she was like, So December, yeah, we'll meet Queen Kat. But take it away, Kat. What did you bake for us today? I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, so I made s'more cookies and just regular chocolate chip cookies. And this time I put toffee bits into it. So hopefully they're good.
I don't want to chew on the mic, but oh my god, Kat. Take this away.
Is it good?
Kat, we're not gonna get shit done. Hold on, let me swallow this off camera because, guys, I physically need this removed from the screen because honestly, this will become an ASMR of me just like licking my lips. So let me put this away real quick. This is bomb, Cat. Now I understand why. Well, Cat threw kind of like a friend's miss. Oh, not friend's miss, like a friend's giving last month. She calls it her fall dinner, and everybody was fighting over her cookies, and specifically this s'mores one, which Chris and the girlfriend ended up smuggling home, and nobody got to try it. But oh my god, Cat, this is amazing. Okay, Kat, that might have to be the last installment of your segment, girl, because, oh my God. Something that I really want to talk about this week is a video that kind of went viral about me. I saw it reposted on Instagram, and I saw, obviously, it on TikTok as well, because everyone keeps tagging me in it, and everyone that I know even messaged me about it. But basically, it is this guy who is basically like, God don't play when it comes to Bretman Rock because just basically like praising my way of living and how my life is and just like how it's hashtag goals. You know, that's kind of cringe to say about my own life. But reading the comments truly made me so emotional. It was posted about like a week and a half ago, and I saw it probably the first day it went out, and I kind of just like ignored it, honestly. Not like on purpose, obviously, but I think as overwhelming as like hate can get, sometimes love can be so overwhelming for me, especially for somebody like me who truly don't take enough time to sit down and reflect. Those comments were so nice about like how, oh, Brett has always minded his own business. Brett is, Brett deserves this life that he has. I love Brett, man, and and girl, my Leo ass is like, like keep it coming, bitch, keep it coming. But at the same time, like it truly is so emotional because I think I forget that I am Bretman Rock sometimes, and there's that's just that. Like sometimes I forget I'm Bretman Rock. I also just went to LA for LA LGBTQ Center, and I got the award for an honor of pride, and just seeing all those kids, you know, look up to me, and like, I even have kids tell me all the time that's like, oh, you helped me come out, or like you helped me find myself. It's like you truly never realize you're doing these things until someone tells you. And then when someone tells you about it, I almost want to say it gives me kind of like imposter syndrome. And I think that's why I got so overwhelmed with like love sometimes. Is it's because I kind of question myself, like, do I deserve love? Do I deserve to be appreciated? Do I because and it's not because I don't receive it or anything of that sort, but I think it's because it's a big play on like I think it's just a big play on like literally just the fact that I stay my ass at home and I barely experience people. And so when people tell me these things, or when like especially when I went to like Douse and Louis' Halloween party, so many people there were like, "Oh my God, Bretman, you come out to parties?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah, you're right. I don't ever come out and do these things." And so I think I just need to like go out more and like speak and talk to people. I don't know, but thank you guys so much. Like honestly, for all the love on that video. I don't know how to feel about it, but to be honest with you, I was telling my assistant this. Um, I was like, I hope people realize that they could literally live right next to me. Same exact house layout, same amount of pets. But if you don't have the mental freedom that I kind of have, or the mental freedom that I practice, you will not live like Bretman Rock. To live like Bretman Rock, you have to think like Bretman Rock. What would Bretman Rock? Period. That's it. I'm kidding. WWBRD, What would Bretman Rock do? Actually, I changed that to WWBRDOT. What would Bretman Rock do or think? You know what I mean? So when in doubt, WWBRTOD. So yeah, I just hope that you guys realize that it's not just like me eating fruits. It's not just me raising my chickens. It's not just me like living in a window HP background. It's also up here in my head, like, girl, because I lived this life before I lived it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm not making sense. I feel like I'm crazy right now, but I hope you guys genuinely realize that you guys can live kind of like the way that I do, not necessarily like exactly the same way, but your version of living in it. If you just think like me, if you just don't give a about what anybody says, if you just mind your own business, if you just do what truly makes you happy and what makes your heart and your inner child heal. Like, for example, when I would do science experiments, I called it Bretman the Science. People don't realize that in a way, doing those experiments have healed such inner child traumas that I've had, because when I moved to America, I didn't know English, and science and math were the two subjects that I was really good at because it didn't require a lot of English. It required a lot of numbers, a lot of common sense. And I think that's why I excelled on it. And I think as I gotten older, my interest in math and science has never really ever changed. And in a way, it became my, you know, a part of my contents. Makeup as well. I was always allowed to watch pageants. I was always allowed to play with my mom's makeup. I was always allowed to put um, and do my sister's hair on her dolls or her hair, period. And in a way, like makeup is an inner child thing for me. It's a love letter to baby Bretman, you know? And even this little podcast thing, I used to truly steal my mom's phone and like talk to the camera about like random things that I've done that day. And in a way, like I get to do that now in Bretman Rock's way, which is the baddest radio. And so, all, all that just to say that to think like Bretman Rock, you have to kind of think like your child self. You know, and if there's something that I'm truly so grateful for that my inner child did for me, is that that little kid planted so many seeds for me. He was always, and I think it was because I was always allowed to explore and I was always allowed to plant these seeds, like quite literally. Like my grandma would give me seeds and like make me plant them. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying like I was always allowed to explore my interests. Say if I told my mom like, hey, I want a sewing machine. She'd be like, go borrow grandma's and have her teach you how to do a sewing machine, how to use a sewing machine. And my grandma too, like she wouldn't even question. Like I guess in this sense, it wasn't really my grandma. It was my auntie Telly, my inang Telly. But they never even questioned why I had interest on learning how to do sewing. Even when I wanted to do sports like soccer, perhaps like we didn't have a lot of money, and my mom found a way to buy me soccer cleats with like the pennies and quarters that my sister and I saved up. And so little encouragement things like that allowed me to plant those seeds when I was younger. And it's the reason why I got to excel as an adult now. I had so much pets growing up as a kid that when I lived with 20 people in one household and we weren't allowed to have pets, I was like, girl, when I live by myself, I'm gonna get a dog. I'm gonna have all these animals, and I get to do that now, you know? So I'm grateful for my younger self for planting all those seeds, but I would also like to advise that to you guys that because I know there's a lot of young people watching me. Explore every single thing that you guys are interested in. Even if you suck at it, girl, you will never realize how much you suck at something until you try it. You know what I mean? So just try everything. Since I was talking about planting seeds, let me talk about how I've been in the garden lately. I don't know why my gardening itch came a little bit later this year. Usually I am in my planting era like during like June, July, because it's usually like the best time to plant things, and that's usually just the time that I find myself like wanting to plant things. But it came late this year. I have just been out in my garden like hauling ass. I've been weeding in my garden. I've also found like new replacement palm trees because my old palm trees drowned. And I know that sounds a little dramatic, but it like plants can drown, you guys. If the if it rains like really heavy and the soil is not draining the water, your plants can drown. So make sure you guys have drainage, which I do now, thanks to my brother. But yeah, also, I'm not sure if you guys could tell from my voice. I'm not talking slower on purpose. I'm talking slower and calmer because I'm actually like sick, you guys. Like, I think it was because it was raining a lot and I was out working in my garden, so I was just like soaking wet for a long period of time, and I think that's why I woke up with a cough the past couple of days. But I love when my voice is like this because I feel like a singer. I feel like a radio host. I feel like what are they called? A cam girl? Like very much that. But the reason why I wanted to segue into my gardening is because I feel like in a way it helps me exercise um thankfulness, and thankfulness is always, when I think of gratefulness and thankfulness, I always think of like grounding. If you are able to say thank you, if you are able to find gratitude in any way, shape, or form in your life, it means that you are a grounded individual. And um, there's many ways to keep yourself grounded. Obviously, being with your family is one, but for me, it's gardening. Honestly, it's being dirty with the earth. It's being on my knees weeding weeds. It's being just dirty with dirt. You know what I mean? Also, especially, I also don't know why, especially this time of the year, I don't know what it's called. I think it's called the October blues, or like, I call it seasonal depression, girl. Okay, let's just be for real. I feel like the last couple of months of the year, everyone kind of goes through a seasonal depression in a way. And if you are going through that, I can relate, because it's easy for you to trick your mind like, oh my god, I have 2 months left of the year, and I have so much shit that I wanted to do, and I didn't get them done throughout the whole year. Like, what can I do? um or if you just feel like a loser at the end of the year because you didn't accomplish what you set out in the beginning of the year, don't feel like that. Because 2 months left, you could still get a lot of shit done. And if you're feeling that way the past couple of months, I just want to read kind of like a reading that I got from a psychic on TikTok. And this sentence really, like, I literally like spiraled when I read this sentence. But she said, hold on. She said, angels are saying, ground yourself, awaken your senses, unlearn ways of reacting, and relearn a new way of being able to be more still and trust the process. Unlearn ways of reacting and relearn a new way of being able to be more still? Are you kidding me? Like, that confused me at first, but I truly was like, oh my god, my man has been telling me this. Like, I truly I truly just react out of like the first reaction that I think of sometimes. And maybe I have to just welcome this seasonal depression, because it's probably just telling me to slow down, to ground myself. And I think that's why I've just been gardening. That's kind of how I kind of like rounded that. I was like, I think my angels are just telling me to work on my garden and connect with my grandmother, connect with earth, and absorb some vitamin D, girl. But I absorbed a little couple too much because I got sick. Another way that I like to battle seasonal depression is stress cleaning. I personally don't enjoy cleaning, but when you add stress in front of that cleaning, I will get shit done, girl, if there's anything about me. And I feel like I always impress myself. Especially like earlier this year, I was like, I'm gonna organize my makeup room, and I did all of that by myself. Um, and the reason why I like stress cleaning is, or cleaning in general, especially when I'm not in a good mental state, is because I feel like it makes me get rid of things even better. I feel less attached to things because I'm stressed. But also, if you are stress cleaning, if there's this one thing that I always do with my assistant Cap, is this mantra. I like to tell myself that I am getting rid of all these things to make space for more blessings. I just keep telling myself, I'm making space for more blessings to come. I'm making space for more blessings to come. You know, I'm getting rid of all of this because I'm welcoming newer energy. So, yeah, I like to do that. Um, and then my last advice for the last 2 months is truly take care of yourself and make time for more things that matter. I truly cannot even expand on that even more than it needs to. Like, girl, take care of yourselves and make times for things that matter to you. And by that I mean just like make times with things that makes your heart happy. Okay? Cook, learn a new hobby. And truly you can think about it like I have 2 months left. This is the best time to truly set myself up for a good upcoming year. If you feel like you didn't get shit done this year, well, girl, this next 2 months, set yourself up for a good start on the next year. Do you know what I mean? Because, trust me, you're not the only one that feels like you had a bad 2024. Just because you had a bad 2024 doesn't mean you need to start a bad 2025. Okay? And I will leave it at that. All right, you guys. So before I end the podcast, I truly just want to wrap up everything that I wanted to say and truly just leave you guys on a good note, which is everything that you put out in the universe, you will eventually get back. Now, that is the longest way of saying karma. I feel like I attract really great energy because I am a good energy. I try my best not to stress, and something that my team, um, the motto of my team, especially my two assistant, is that if Bretman is not stressed, then you shouldn't be stressed. I feel like my work is very, it just grabs a lot of energy from me, and sometimes my team can feel that. Everything feels urgent, everything needs to be done now. Um, but no, I say no, girl. It gets done when my body tells me it needs to be done. It gets done when I feel like it's the right time. You know what I mean? Especially with like projects. Like this podcast, for example, I truly was not stressed about like when it needs to come out. I just knew that yes, we're going to need to find like a partner for it for the podcast, but I knew that there was divine timing involved. So if you're stressed out about anything, like maybe you feel like time is slipping away, girl, it's divine timing. So going back to what I was saying earlier about the October blues, if you feel like you had a bad 2024, I'm not saying you deserved it by any means, but all I'm saying is maybe it's divine timing. Maybe, you know, life is a wave. It ebbs and flows, girl. Um, your time is coming. 2025 is going to be a great year for you because the next 2 months and the last couple of months of 2024, you're going to spend it getting ready for all the blessings that you deserve because you're what? A good person. And good things happen to good people. So don't worry, girl. As long as you're a good person, you truly should never worry. Girl, it's only November and I already got my Christmas list sorted. I am more a organized gift giver, honestly. I like to give my gifts in advance just because one, they're usually on sale if you get them on advance, and two, I love filling the underneath of my Christmas tree, and I just feel like I'm so loved every time I see all those presents, even though I'm the one that's giving them out. I just love knowing that I love so many people and so many people love me. But knowing my family, girl, we are not the same. They are usually always scrambling to get last minute gifts. But it's okay if you didn't get all your holiday shopping done as early as you hoped because Ouai is making it easier to give way better gifts this holiday. You see what I did there? I have tons of events and traveling this season, and I don't even want to think about what New York will do to my scalp. The cold weather usually makes my scalp so dry, you guys, and my hair just gets so much bigger. And you already know my hair is so big as it is already. And I already know my hair is gonna go through it in New York, not only because of the weather, but because I already know I'm also gonna put her through so many different hairstyles. She might be a mess, but guess what? I have way to help me. Y'all already know how I feel about the detox shampoo. It helps cleanse products built up, hard water deposit, dirt, oil, and other impurities. Safe for all hair types, including color treated or keratin treated hair and Brazilian blowout. Whether the person on your list has fine, medium, or thick hair or multiple hair concerns, Ouai's got you. Go to theway.com/Bretman for 15% off site-wide. That's TheOuai.com/Bretman for 50% off site-wide. Now let's get back to the video. Yeah. All right, you guys, we have finally made it to the last part of the episode where I tell you guys about things that I'm obsessed with this week. My product of the week is none other than my sea moss gummies. These ones are made from Akasha Superfood, and I like the sea moss gummies because I just feel like if y'all ever had like regular sea moss, it's nasty. It tastes like the ocean, girl. And I love the taste of the ocean. I love uni. I love sushi. But I don't know why I can't with sea moss. But this one, I already had one today. But you take 2 a day, and that is your daily intake. I like it because it says glow gummies. And I feel like it really, I genuinely see myself glowing. Like ever since I started taking this. I actually share this with my mans. We both take these, and he likes it. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a good sea moss brand, or just a newer way to take your sea moss because you think sea moss is nasty, try the Akasha Superfood Glow Gummies. And no, this is not sponsored. Don't even try it. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching this week's episode. I hope I didn't bore you. I truly just wanted to have a cute little sit down, a calmer conversation with you guys because this next couple of months, next couple of weeks is going to be hectic, okay? I have a couple ideas with Miss K and Princess, and I can't wait to have them back. Um, I love you guys, and I hope I get to see you guys later. Follow me on everything. It's at Bretman Rock, and make sure you guys follow the Baddest Radio and give it a good rate. And I'll see you guys next week. Aloha.